Hey everyone, it's Madison Gesiotto coming to you once again with the good news. Now, there are so many great stories out there this week, and we don't hear nearly enough of them on the mainstream media. So as always, I'm back to share some of my favorite good news stories of the week with you, starting in Virginia. If you want to be lucky, you better start hanging out with Willie Harrison. This Virginia man just won the lottery for the second time in less than 2 years. He won the Cash 5 back in May of 2019. He was a $100,000 winner. Well, guess what? He is now not only a $100,000 winner, but he is now a $200,000 winner, winning that lottery once again with two identical tickets, taking home $200,000 now in 2020. So exciting news for the Harrison family. And when we talk about people across the country getting lucky, people are lucky to know this little 8-year-old boy, Bryson. Not only does he have the heart of gold, but he knows the power of the pivot. He was starting to become a little bit successful on his YouTube channel where he was giving kids sports commentary from, a young kid's perspective. However, when the coronavirus pandemic hit, so did the end of sports for young people. So he decided that he needed to pivot his business ideas, and he started selling coronavirus survival kits for family and friends. And he became quite successful, and he's now donating some of his earnings to local charities. So wonderful story for young Bryson. And as always, we continue to talk about businesses that have been hit hard as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Nearly 16,000 restaurants across the country have shut down, and Black-owned restaurants are shutting down at nearly twice the rate of other restaurants. And this 10-year-old Atlanta staple was unfortunately almost one of them. After many years of success in a food truck, the owner of Blaxican opened his very first brick and mortar restaurant. Unfortunately, throughout this process, that wasn't really enough to keep him going, and so he was going to have to shut down and maybe end his food truck business as well. He was very upset. However, two young women in the community came together and said, we got to make sure we can keep things going. They were able to raise $100,000 in 2 days. The support for the community, they say, was something serious. And as a result, they decided to start an organization called Rebuild the Block. It's now a nonprofit which helps Black-owned businesses stay afloat during COVID. So amazing story coming to us out of Atlanta. And as always, if you're hearing amazing stories or seeing things happening in your communities that aren't being featured on the mainstream media, be sure to share them with us so that we can share them with all of our viewers. And we'll be back soon with more good news.